Hi all, this is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome again to Elliott News channel by wavestrategy.com, and I am going to talk about how you have to trade the market from here on, and what we discussed in the previous webinar when Nifty was around the zone of 11,920, if I remember correctly. It managed to protect that low of 11,880 levels, reversed from there, gave a strong positive breakout about 12,040 odd levels where we published a bullish research across, and the move on the downside became just an X wave. So I have talked about the possibility that 11,880, 800 becomes important, and if we manage to break that 12,040 odd levels, then yes, we might continue to touch new highs and continue the momentum on the upside. So today's expiry again has happened exactly above the prior high. We closed at the lifetime high levels, and I think the overall trend will remain positive for now. It's best to trade in the direction of the trend, which is currently positive. And Nifty, Bank Nifty, and across there are many stocks. We are seeing NBFC stocks, especially. They have continued to show a very sharp rise and participation. So that's a positive sign that we are seeing right now. Now, given the fact that, let me share across my screen, and you will be able to see what I mean by the overall Bollinger bands that we are looking at and what are the Gann levels. So you will see me talk about Gann levels every time markets are at new highs. The reason I'll share across. So when the markets are at new highs, you do not have a reference prior to see what are the areas of reversals or what are the probable targets. There are only two ways you can get or derive those things. Either you use a Gann projections or Gann levels to understand what are the key areas that you have to look on the chart, or you use a Fibonacci projections based on your wave counts and patterns and try to see what is happening and what are the wave patterns and the Fibo counts, Fibo projections representing. So those are the only two ways in which you can probably gauge that what is the overall target that you can probably look on the markets on the upside when it is at lifetime high levels. So I talk about, okay, I think someone is probably able to draw something on the board here. So if I have to talk about the Gann levels, let me just share across my Excel that showcase the various Gann projections that I look at. So if you can see my screen right now, let me just open up my Excel where I have drawn all the Gann levels manually in an Excel. Now that's something which consumed a lot of time, but that's, I think, the best way in order to probably look at the markets. I have it on board. Just give me a second. I'll open that Excel, and in the meanwhile, keep looking at the Bollinger bands. So this is a daily chart, and if you remember in the previous webinar, we discussed about a diametric pattern A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, which is as per Neo wave. That diametric pattern got completed, and the fall which happened actually turned out to be a very shallow fall, which is nothing but an X wave. Post the completion of an X wave, we again started a wave on the upside, which is an A. So if you are following the daily research articles, you might have received a mail which read that we might have completed wave X and A is starting. At that point of time, Nifty was around 12,020 odd levels, I suppose. And from there, we are seeing the up move, which has continued. So this clearly showcases that the trend that you are seeing right now on the markets is definitely positive, and it's futile to come against the trend unless and until we see a close below the prior day's low. Now that's a very simple technique that I probably talk about in most of the trainings that I keep doing it, and in that you will be able to understand that the close becomes very crucial, and especially during an up move you will see that markets will manage to protect that low and continue to protect it on the closing basis. So that is why I keep looking at daily bar, which is very important, and daily closing becomes very crucial. So let me share across my Excel on Gann as well. So one second, just give me a sec. Okay, okay, let me share across my screen right now. Okay, if you are able to see my Excel over here. Okay, so this is the screen over here. You can see all the Gann square of nines. This is I've done manually. There are intelligent ways of doing things, but I do it visually. I want to see how it happens. So I've created a Gann square of 9 Excel, which shows right from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way, and towards the level of nearly around 12,000 odd levels. So that's how I look at it. So if you look at this thing, we have, there is a way in which you can also derive this square. So let me just introduce a column more here. And okay, so what are the key levels? So first thing I identified is that the cardinal cross is the most important one that you can probably look at on a Gann square of 9. So because most of the levels on this are the ones that markets have been respecting very, very well. And to derive this, one simple way is, if this is 107, you had a value 2 to it, so it becomes 109, and you take a square of 109. So once you do that, you get the next level to watch. So this becomes like, the level important is 11,881. Now that becomes very important, and if you remember, 11,880 was the level that I have been talking about for quite some time now. Post 11,881, if I add a value 2 to this 109, I get 111, and if I take a square of 111, you will get another levels on the upside, which is 12,321. So that is how I use Gann square of 9, and keep looking at these levels. These are very important levels that you will see on the chart. So let us go back and try and mark these levels on the chart. So look at it, 10,661. If you go and let me share across my screen again so that you can see it on the chart. Okay, here. So if you look at over here, let me just zoom out and check. 10,661, where was that level? So this 661 was here. The low made on the Sitaraman candle. So I call this as a Sitaraman candle, exactly. So this was made exactly on the Gann square of 9, the cardinal cross left side at 180 degree, and that level was 10,661. Look at the low which was made as 10,670. Now that's a classic way of looking at it. The next level, let me just make it a thick line so that you are able to see it, not a dotted one. Okay, there is a question. Maximize the chart window. Okay, let me do that. I hope this is now, but it then overlaps with the photo. So, okay. So this should help in the visibility. If you are now looking at this, and 10,661 is what I mentioned, the next level on the Gann is 11,078. So I have this Excel in which I have drawn it manually, but you can also do it with formula. So 11,078, let's mark it on the chart, 11,078. Where is that level of 11,078? So if you look at it, this was the level of 11,078. If you look at the eye, I think it is around 11,084. That's like 5-7 points. That's brilliant. So 11,078 became classic level. So that confirms the levels that we are looking at on the Gann square of 9 are the ones that you have to look at. 11,503. Where is 11,503? So if I am to looking at 11,500, so this is the level. Now try to understand the sentiment over here was super bullish just within a day's time. So that resulted into a very sharp up move on the charts, and then we started consolidating across that level of 11,500. The next level is 11,881. Now, if you have been following me, I have been talking about this 11,880, 800 level for so much time, and this level was 11,881 just before the rally started. So this is the 881. This low was 802 odd level. So we just came there. Again, the entire consolidation happened here, and now we are moving up. So very interestingly, what is happening is these levels, you will not always remember, there will be a zone, not an exact point. There are exact points on occasions, but these levels are very crucial. 880 was something I talked about last week, and if you look at it, 881 was the Gann level, and Nifty actually formed a low here, which was exactly at 11,883 and reverse. So that shows the power of Gann levels. Now this reverse back on the upside, and we are getting the next level as 12,321. So this becomes the level that I'm going to keep a watch on. 12,321 is the level that you have to keep a watch on. Now these are the zones that one has to probably track. Now given this, does it mean that I will go short at 12,320? Absolutely not. What I'm going to see is how market reacts to that zone, and is there more price confirmation from Fibonacci and other methods that I'm following. Next, if you look at the daily Bollinger Bands, Nifty has probably closed above the daily Bollinger Bands in today's session and has sustained. So yesterday it closed above it, and in today's session it actually managed to further break above that. So which means the contraction which happened here is turning back into an expansion. Now that's a positive sign again for me. From the wave theory perspective, if I look at an hourly chart, we have completed G, which was precise equality, G with A, E with C, and please refer my earlier webinar for that. And now we completed X wave, which was just a very short move, and now started again on the upside. So this looks like to me like an A wave again, which is starting, or probably we are subdividing within A and down as B and maybe C again. So either ways, the outlook will remain positive unless on an hourly basis I see a close back below that 12,005 mark, which was this low. So that's how I derive my outlook. Now, what I'm going to observe also is how is the broader market performing. So that's very important. Today's session, broader markets were outperforming with India bulls rallying by nearly 27-28%. When do you see that happening? That happens during the time when it is a bullish outlook. So that's why. And secondly, the broader markets are up, the advance decline ratio is improving, the expiry closing is positive. So that looks like a positive sign to me right now. If and always remember, do not hesitate to change your stand. I change my stand instantaneously if the technical picture changes. So I was expecting a move. If 880 breaks, 800 breaks, will go down for sure, but that level protected, we broke on the upside about 12,040. I changed my stand because the technical outlook changed, and that is how you need to change your stand. If you get stuck with your view and the market keeps doing the opposite, you are probably going to be doomed. Never do that. And in the daily research, I've been mentioning about following the trailing stop methods for people who entered at 12,020, 12,040. They are already making 100 points on Nifty right now, and keep following trailing methods so that there is no loss. You are taking at least something off the table for sure. So that is the outlook. That is how I use Gann square of 9, and that is how I combine with Bollinger Bands and the neo wave pattern. So this I combine various methods together and keep looking at those things, and unless and until the technical picture changes. So if tomorrow we break below 12,040 and 12,000, I will not hesitate to change my stand again, because that is what markets are suggesting, and you should do that. So unless that happens, I know on the upside the Gann square of 9 level of 12,320 is what I should be aiming for. But does it mean it's going to be achieved? I don't know. Markets will decide, and I'm going to just follow a trailing stop method to keep riding my profits so that it continues. So that is what I do, and that is how I probably track the market. So this is what I wanted to share across. So always use a method, stick with that method, combine the outlook together with different indicators. People say don't complicate it, but markets are not an easy thing to probably forecast. And if you want to forecast, use the whatever methods are at your disposal, and you should also try to be objective by combining with probably Gann or Bollinger Bands or something else that works for you. And that is what I do, and that is what I'm going to do on 30th of November. I'm speaking in Delhi, combining these methods together, complete 16 hours of 2 days of module on Elliott Wave, Neo Wave, and I'm excited to see you there on when the markets are touching new high. That's it from my side, and you can get access to the Nifty calls we gave buy today, Bank Nifty calls we gave buy since past 2 days. It has been going fabulously well, and you can probably get access to those things in case visit the website wavestrategy.com or contact us on 999204 So trading the direction of the trend is what I see right now, and I'll keep posting here, keep visiting, and share across your questions on the traders forum, and I'll be more than happy to respond back. Okay, there is a query again. Let me just check. There is RSI divergence between Nifty high of 8th November and today's high. So buy on dips will be the strategy. Okay, if you are looking at Nifty, and let me just share across the screen again and let us see. I'm assuming you are talking about a daily chart. On the daily, there was the divergence, yes, but that has been resolved on the upside. So if you look at it, there was negative divergence, but that did not result into a price breakdown. So I'll still use that as a positive sign. Had the prices gone down, I would have probably more bearish. But since the price broke up and RSI is breaking up again, so I will not be probably shorting the market right now. But yes, I'll use dips as a buying opportunity is what I will be doing. And okay, that's the question. Brilliant. And keep sharing across your questions on the Traders Forum on the website. I'll be more than happy to address them. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and do not go against the trend right now unless we see the crucial support level breaks. And I will change my stand instantaneously. Use this as a learning platform and not to act. So do that. You can follow me on my Telegram group. I post charts or articles and research on more real-time basis. You can follow it on the Telegram Elliott Wave Strategy, or you can follow my YouTube channel Kyal Ashish, and you'll keep getting the updates. Thanks a lot. See you on a Saturday for the full fire on 2 days of training. Thank you.